Hello and thank you for joining me here in the UK on a wet miserable day. I've had to put the light on in here. This is my doll room tour number 3. I'm in the office, so I've got a few dolls in here, but most of them are in the 2 bedrooms, but I thought I'd show you these. So in the corner, first of all, we have 2 dolls by Zapf. ZAPF. Had these for a number of years. The first one is Cinderella, dressed in her peasant outfit. There you go. She's got some lovely shoes in suede, sitting on a stool, and she's got a pot with peas in. You can see there. The necklace came with her. She's also got a different outfit. She can dress up in a ballroom, slippers and tiara. And then to keep her company, because I like all my dolls in pairs, so they've got somebody with them, is another doll by Zapf. He's got a similar necklace on. He's holding a recorder. I love the way they're dressed in these multi-layers of fabrics. He's got trousers on and fabric shoes. So that's my 2 Zapf dolls. Down here in the cabinet, I've took most of the dolls out to show you because I can't really get the camera down there. So I've took those out. They're now on the floor, so I'll show you those in a minute. These 2 came in a glass, well, it's Perspex actually, box that Darren bought me a couple of Christmases ago, and they're dressed in Stuart outfits in Stuart costumes. Love these 2. Very unusual to see dolls dressed in these outfits from so long ago. It's the lady. That's the man. Can see he's got the big hat on, the moustache. Typical Tudor costume. Stuart costume, sorry. There's the sign. Stuart costume 1660 to 69. Sorry, I can't get the camera to tilt. Oh, that's better. There we go. On a wooden base. So that's those 2 there. Then on this top shelf, or on the top of the bureau, I've got my dolls from Tibet. I'm absolutely obsessed with anything to do with Tibet, Nepal, anywhere in that area, the Himalayas. So Darren also bought me the singing bowl, which I'll demonstrate for you. Yeah. Can you hear? Love it. It's my singing bowl. And that's the first one. I got that from a Birmingham Christmas market when we went one year. It's a fabric doll. And then these are the ones have been purchased on eBay. All in Tibetan national costumes. So that's those. Then I'm in the usual position, going back down on my knees for inside this cabinet. I'll just open the door and let you see in here. We have my 2 dolls, Kate Winslet from Titanic. We've got the one at the back in the white outfit, porcelain, from the final scene of the film. And then we've got this one, love this dress, in her dress where she runs on the deck. If you've all seen the film, I'm sure you have, is about to jump in the water. That's the dress from that scene. Then let me take this one out, my Japanese doll, so you can see Princess Diana obviously I had to have her. Huge fan of Princess Diana. Like I said, my sister is the same age as she was or would have been. And she's wearing her wedding dress. And that's her bridesmaid. So that's those. And then my Japanese doll, if I can get her back in. There we go. Very unusual, this doll is. I've never seen one. She's got like a fabric face. And she's dressed in a kimono. Very unusual hands. They're like, don't know how to they're hard, but they're covered in a fabric. Coming down, and she's got bare feet, very unusual toes. Then in the bottom shelf we have a porcelain doll dressed in American Indian clothes, and she's got her dream catcher, we call them in England, and she came with this fawn. And then at the back we've got a small Chinese baby who is in a rickshaw. Found that rickshaw in an antique shop. So that's those. Just shut the cabinet. And then coming up we have my two Annette Himstead dolls. You've seen that one on a previous video. And this is Becca's, who is actually a boy, one of her very first dolls. And I've got him dressed as he came in like a Victorian dress. In the olden days they used to dress the boys in dresses. And he's got leather shoes on. See if I can come round a bit. Show you the shoes. There we go. Those leather shoes and tights. He's holding a small Annette Himstead doll. Very pretty one. Haven't got the big one to this. All the little ones have got a big matching doll. You had to buy the little one first, and then as a club doll for £60 they were back then. And then you were allowed to buy the big version, but only if you join the club. So that's another tiny Annette Himstead doll. Then coming across here, we have a French cot that's got all my vintage bears in. The one at the back is Tom and Jerry, because when I was little I used to sit with my father and we used to sit giggling at the television, listening to, watching and laughing at Tom and Jerry. So my son bought me those pair. There's another vintage bear there, another one there. We've got a vintage Paddington from the 80s. We've got a dog there. We've got a floppy one lying down there. And then we've got a monkey on a stick that's got a bell. Found him in an antique shop. Now these on the floor are the dolls I've taken out of the bureau so you can see them better. First of all, I've got my Pippa dolls in the case. I'll just turn that around for you so you can see and open it. Oh, no, they're back to front. There we go. So I've got 3 Pippa dolls. I want to collect more, but I'm just really glad I've got those 3. I will collect more of those and clothes. I'll have to speed up a bit now, else this video is going to be too long. This costume doll, when I was expecting my son, there was an elderly lady who lived next door, and she brought me this back from France, that doll. So treasure her because the lady's no longer with us. She sadly passed away, but she used to cook my dinner when I was pregnant because my then husband was at work. This doll was the very first costume doll that I ever had off my sister when my sister went with the school to Germany. So that was that one. This one I bought in Tenerife in my 20s. This one was when I got my first nannying job as a private nanny working for a family in Oxford. So I bought that doll when I was in about 18 years of age from Oxford. This doll is topsy-turvy doll, so you can turn her around, and she's got another doll inside her skirt. Oops, that one's fallen over. These two are from my favourite country of Italy. Two costume dolls from Italy. That's one. That's the other. Both from Italy. Now, these dolls, if anybody can tell me anything about them, I'd be very interested. These. She's made of, I think her face is porcelain. But they're like little gnomes. And she's got wooden clogs on. Lovely detail to her. I don't know who made them, but absolutely love her. She's got a little bag. And then these two also are the same. One's holding a little tiny baby and the other one's holding a handkerchief, but both of them, and they've both got their wooden clogs on the same. Grey hair. Love those dolls, but I don't know who made them or where they came from. Then coming round here, oh, I'll have to sit down now. I've got my vintage Cindy's. There's a Tressie doll on the end. Then I've got my, let me move her out the way, ice skating Cindy, who I had, remember her, I've only bought her a few years ago, but I had one when I was little. And then this one here with the brown boots on, and the one next to her, she's got a ribbon in her hair. But this one I think is a reroute, because look at the length of that hair. So I think she's been rerouted. Then I've got my Mary Quant doll. Love her, absolutely love her. Where am I going? There we are. Yep. Again, I would like another one of her and more clothes as well. Then I have my Steffi, I think she's called Steffi, with the pushchair. Let me move that out of the way and bring her forward. But she's actually pregnant. And inside, she's got a little baby inside there. Her tummy comes off. See if I can get it off. There we go. Tummy comes off and she's got a baby inside. As you can see there. So that's my Steffi doll. And then there's a modern Cindy here, which I had because I thought it was absolutely amazing that they were making dolls that show all kinds of faults and problems that we all have in one way or another. And I just thought it was lovely that it was about time they showed dolls that weren't perfect but still very, very beautiful. from someone who, like myself, when I was 15, suffered horrendously with spots. Yeah, all my confidence and everything went because I used to have a really bad complexion and often got really nasty comments. So when I heard about these dolls being made, I had to have one because I think they're just gorgeous. And then I've got the Your Brynner doll from one of my favourite musicals, The King and I. And because always as a little girl I wanted to play with them, but wasn't allowed any, obviously, is my Action Man. I've got one Action Man. So, yeah, that's the dolls from room 3, my office. So I hope you enjoyed seeing all of those today, and I'll see you all again on Thursday. Bye.